So I just did an interview, and it was with a new person who had not heard about the infinity wave. And so I told the story about how the infinity wave arrived to me in a series of visions in my living room back in 2010. And I hadn't told the story in a while. So telling it again just brought it all back to me. And I guess maybe over the years it's become so part of me and my life that it doesn't feel as remarkable anymore. And yet when I told this story, I realized, holy cow, that is remarkable. It's remarkable to have a vision, let alone three. I'm not saying this is me being special. I'm saying a remarkable thing happened, and a new thing was introduced to the world, and that's the infinity wave, and that in itself is remarkable. And what's even more remarkable is that people were willing to give it a shot, to test it out, to implement it in their own lives and see the results. It's something we're not used to today. There's so much information out there, and a lot of it is complicated. Quantum physics is complicated, yet it isn't. And the essence of it is simple. The infinity wave is simple. And sometimes the simple things get overrun by the complicated. So, in the realm of remarkable and simple, I want to talk a little bit about the infinity wave. To even come to the acknowledgement of a symbol that can represent something so powerful as infinite love and compassion. Now you might say, oh, the cross does that, or the Star of David does that. You could think of a lot of symbols that represent love and compassion. Yet what we're talking about is an upgraded version, a 10th dimensional version, if you will, a version of it that cannot be corrupted. That's why it's just a symbol. Figure 8 of flowing water. It doesn't matter if you try to twist it around into something else, it can't be twisted. It already is twisted, and it's already perfect. And it's simple. You could teach it to a child in a few minutes, if not less. They'd get it. They'd go, sure, let's play with that. The infinity wave is a way for us to remember to move into a state of that love and compassion. And when we move into a state of love and compassion, easily, we slide into it, basically. All of a sudden, the world around us starts to harmonize with that. That's the key. We bring it into our field, and that's what we end up emanating. And when we emanate that, vibrational elements of like kind come to us. They're magnetized to us. They say, oh, I recognize that. Let me go over there. So this is how we change the whole world. By emanating a frequency that is higher, faster, more evolved than the current landscape. And when we do that, we will find others who are doing the same. And it's not hard. It becomes natural and normal. In quantum physics, if you take two photons and you separate them by thousands, millions of miles, it doesn't matter how far. If you do something to one of them, the other one responds too. it's like kind. So we're like that. And why wouldn't we want to live in a state of love and compassion? Why wouldn't we? Now, these days, we are so prone to being triggered. From minute to minute, there is information. Think of it like a fishing rod with a hook on it. And they're being cast out all the time, trying to catch us. We're the fish with a horrendous this or despicable that, and the hook goes in because we go, oh my goodness, that's terrible. And we have a reaction, and the hook goes in. And then they just keep tugging, tug, 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 tug. And the hook gets deeper and deeper, and then they'll feed more and more and more things like that. Believe me, this happens to me too. I'm not speaking as if I'm above it all. It happens to me too because I like to know what's going on in the world too. I don't take it from mainstream media by any means, but I like to understand the machinations behind the machinations so that I can be prepared and also have my ear to the ground so that when the beautiful messages from my guide team and from all the beings who come in to my channelings, there's a basis. They understand that I understand, so then they can address those concerns directly. But in this triggering world, how do we keep from having that hook come in? If we're in a state of love and compassion, I don't think we'll take that bait so easily. And if we do happen to take it for whatever reason, and there are lots of good ones, if we do happen to take it, all we have to do is choose to move back into love and compassion instead of judgment, and the hook falls out. Hook falls out. Because the hook is trying to keep us in one camp or the other. It's trying to say, this is what you believe and this is what you don't believe, right? It's always asking us, is this what you believe? Because it's collecting the data. When we say, oh yes, I like that, or no, I don't like that, I'm really mad about that. It's collecting the data to see where we are as humanity. Where are we sitting? Are we getting more upset than not? Do we push more angry faces or more love hearts? And it's not just how we reflect it, perhaps in social media, but it's our vibration. Our vibrations are measurable. They're measurable. So it's really like good housekeeping to keep them steady, brightly lit, and calm. Understanding that the things that are happening in the world, some of them, I'm not saying everything, but some of them have to happen in order for us to get where we need to go. I know that's hard to hear. It's hard for me to say because I don't like this disruption any more than you do. But we know that birthing is messy and this is part of a birthing process. Now, I have been shown what the new world could look like. And I don't know. I don't know any more than anybody else does if that's actually what's going to happen. But I sure love having it as a vision of the future. something for me to cast my dreams and wishes into. I can do my own fishing, can't I? I can cast my dreams and wishes into that future that is so beautiful and loving. And I'm not saying even perfect, because nothing is perfect, but it's more harmonious for sure. And not just between humans, but with the natural world. And at a level where we can communicate well with the natural world. Now, I communicate with trees and rocks and all those things through dowsing, as you may or may not know. And when I start to speak to the trees, or whatever it is, I ask questions with the dowsing rods, but pretty soon I start to hear the answers before I even have to ask the question. That's going to be our state, just naturally. We're going to be in constant conversation with our surroundings. Oh, wow, right? Doesn't that just sound amazing? I think that's where we're headed. I don't know when, and I don't know how, but that's my sense of it. So think about what that future world would look like to you, and then take the infinity wave and extend it from your heart, put one end of the loop in your heart, and then send that out to this vision that you have of this new world. And let that flow of the water, remember, it's not just a figure eight, which is pretty powerful in and of itself. It's a watery flow of a figure eight. And the watery flow contains the love and compassion. Try sending it out to that future ideal. Especially when you're feeling like you've been triggered. Because it resets the system into something positive. It's like you're taking all that anxiety and you're turning it into something that's an engine for good. That's just one of the things that the infinity wave can do. There are so many more, and I don't even know them all. You can read my little book. It has a bunch of ideas in it. And though it is short, it is compact. And I think you'll find it to be a handy handbook. Yeah. So wave on, my friends. We're in this together. We're going to be okay. And let's keep our lighthouses really strong. Keep those beacons brightly lit. All right. Lots of love.